Hey everyone, it's Will with Qti.ai, and today I am going to be going over and demonstrating some of the capabilities of the user interface, which is a new feature that we are releasing to our client base. So for this demonstration, we're going to be using the Battle Royale Golf brand. It's a relatively new client. They started working with us at the beginning of December in 2022. And we really appreciate the fact that Sam is allowing us to show off some of the capabilities of this interface by demonstrating some of the things that we found for his brand. So the page that I'm on here, this is the login for the dashboard. Essentially what the setup that we do is we are going to provide each one of our clients with the username. And once we do that and they want access to it, we will send them a secure link in order to generate a password. For this example, we already have a username and password set up. So all we're going to do is enter the username and password, hit the sign in button, and we're going to be welcomed on our homepage. This homepage attempts to give a very high level of exactly what we are doing in order to protect a particular brand. So first of all, we have the total images scanned. We have a couple numbers here, a couple statistics. We have the total images scanned. We also have the total images that we have deemed as either infringing or counterfeit that could damage a brand. We have the total number of listings that these infringing images appear on. And then we also have the total number of listings that have been terminated or removed by Qti DMCA takedown requests. Down here, we have the most infringed image for a particular brand. Then we also have recent removals. So you can see that we have a couple of removals, which seem to be from Frugo here. They were reported on February 7th at this particular time. And then they were also removed what seems to be earlier today. So again, this homepage really just gives some statistics and a very high overview on what we are doing in-house in order to protect a particular brand. The next tab that I want to demonstrate is going to be the Scrape URLs tab. Now this tab in particular is really useful for some of our clients because essentially what it allows them to do is it allows them to bring in specific URLs that we may have missed or that they may have just recently found that have not entered the queue or our URL database yet. What this allows them to do is essentially enter those URLs so that we can have access to them even faster. So it's really simple. All you have to do is go into this text area, paste a particular URL, and then just hit the scrape button. In some cases where you have a list of different URLs, what you can do is you can just enter multiple URLs separated by a new line character. But in this case, we're just going to enter one. We're going to hit the scrape button, and we can see that the new URL appears here. We have the date that it has entered the queue, and we also have access to that URL with this little link. So this is just information regarding the queue for a particular brand. This queue will comprise of not only URLs that you found, but also URLs that we have found. And as we scrape these URLs and as we process them, they will disappear from the queue and they will then enter the different tabs that we see down here. The next tab that I want to go over is the View Reports tab. For every infringing URL that we find, we attempt to make a report and a DMCA takedown request on behalf of our clients. This tab in particular allows us to essentially get information regarding the status of particular reports. So you can see here that this listing was reported. You know when it was reported, the date that it was reported. You can see the screenshot of the original listing, some of the images that we found on that listing, as well as the ticket. So this is a unique identifier for a particular listing or a group of listings that we've reported on our client's behalf. We also have the domain or the name of the source that we got this listing from. And we also have the IP address as to where that infringing listing was actually being hosted. We also have some removed listings inside this the reports tab. These are essentially URLs that we have successfully removed. So again, we have this Frugo listing here. We have some of the images that we have or that we identified as infringing. We have the ticket, the domain, when it was removed, and the IP address. If we click on the source, we can see that the product is actually removed. So we know that this is essentially only for images that have been, listings that have been removed. We can also filter. So we can filter by only listings that, if we want to have a list of listings that have been removed, we now have a listing or a bunch of listings that have been removed. We also can sort and search. So for example, if we want only listings that are associated with Walmart.com, we can do a quick search for that. We can see that a couple have been reported but not removed, but a majority of them have actually been removed. And again, we can just click the source in order to confirm that. The next tab that I want to show off is going to be the listings tab. So unlike the reports tab, this tab will have every single URL that we have scanned and reviewed and processed for a particular brand. So you can see that we have some of these listings have been reviewed. Essentially what reviewed means is it means that our team has looked it over and determined whether there was infringing content or there wasn't. And then it has not yet been scanned and actually reported yet. So we can do something very similar to the previous tab where we were able to view reports. What we're able to do now is we're able to review like the reviewed reviewed status listing. So now what we can do is we can go and we can see, okay, this listing in particular has been reviewed, but it has not been reported yet, which means that we will be reporting it shortly, or we are waiting for particular a threshold of specific URLs in order to move forward with a mass takedown request. So again, you can do similar search functions, similar sort functions in order to get the most amount of information and have access to the most amount of information for your brand. The last tab that I really want to show off is going to be the infringements tab. Essentially what this tab is it has all the images that we have found that may be associated with a particular brand. These images have some information that's tagged to them. Not only do they have the classification, so whether it's infringing or counterfeit, we also have this infringement confidence, which is thanks to Oracle models that we are using and artificial intelligence models that essentially ask, given a specific picture, what's the confidence that there is infringing content within this image? And you can see that a lot of these have very high confidence levels, with one being I am 100% certain that there is infringing content in this listing. A lot of them have 99.99% confidence, which is really, really good. And then the other thing that you'll be able to find is not only the information regarding the image itself, so the height, the width, and the resolution, but also if you click, you'll be able to see the image, and this image is obviously saved on Qti servers, so we'll be able to you'll be able to get access to any of the infringing images if all you have to do is click it and you can download that particular image. One thing that I do want to note is that for really old listings, so for example, if we sort by oldest here, you may notice that there is no longer that infringement confidence. And that's either because, one, we did not have access to the Oracle models at that time. So you can see that this one, the first image that we ever recorded and deemed as infringing was on December 8th for Battle Royale Golf. And we did not have an Oracle model set up at the time. So they no longer, or there is no infringement confidence here. But if we go to the newest, we can definitely see that there is, there are infringement confidence levels. If you're a relatively new client, that means that we're still building these models for you, or if we have very low volume of your copyrighted or counterfeit products, it makes it more difficult to generate those models. So it may take a little bit longer, but we are currently in the process of working with all of our clients in order to actually create these models so you can have these types of statistics. So that's really all I wanted to show regarding this user interface. One thing that I do want to just quickly make clear is that this user interface is subject to change. And there are likely some either bugs or some issues that we may not have found yet. We always really appreciate constructive feedback and constructive criticism. And we would love to hear any feedback, any and all feedback that our clients have regarding specific features that they would like to see implemented into this user interface, as well as any issues that they may stumble across when interacting with it. Like I said at the very beginning, in order to set up an account, you'll just need to get in contact with us and we can send you a secure link in order to create a password. And you can just get in contact with either Cheryl or I. You can reach me at will@Qti.ai or Cheryl@Qti.ai. But we really appreciate all of our clients. We thank you for watching this video. Hopefully this will give you a sort of a pretty nice overview of the user interface and some of its capabilities. And we hope that it gives some of the brands and some of the people that we are representing some more confidence and some more power over some of the data that we collect for them. But anyway, thank you guys for listening, and I hope you have a great day.